Hey guys, good morning everyone. Welcome to another video. Today we're gonna go slightly off my usual travel videos, and bear with me because this is actually very important. Today I'm gonna teach you guys how you can apply for an International Driving Permit (IDP) when you're abroad. If you try to search online for this kind of information, you realize that all you get is information about how you can apply for it back home in your home country, because to apply for IDP, you usually have to do it in your home country. You cannot do it through an embassy, through consular. Most Malaysians don't realize that you actually need an IDP when you're driving in certain countries abroad, because not all countries require it. So today we're going to go into all the details. I'm going to rely a bit on my notes because I just want to make sure that what I'm telling you right now is 100% accurate in terms of the facts. So yeah, let's get into it. So what is an IDP? An IDP is actually, it is not a license, it is just a permit. So you cannot take your IDP, go to another country and use that as your license, because it will not be accepted. It is just like, this is how the IDP looks like, right? It is just a paper to translate your actual license. So you have to carry this along with your usual license card. So yeah, it's required only in certain countries. Not all countries will require it. For example, right now I'm staying in the UK, and in the UK I can use my home license, which is a Malaysian driving license, without the need for me to bring an IDP along. I can use the Malaysian license for a year without even applying for the UK license, essentially. But IDP may be required in certain countries, so please do your homework before traveling to the other country, because it's going to save you a lot of effort. So let's talk about requirements, what you need to have in order to apply for the IDP. First, you need to call your transport authority of your country. In this case, my transport authority is JBJ in Malaysia, to find out whether I can actually apply with a representative. So sometimes certain countries may require your physical presence. Make sure you call them way in advance and find out whether they can allow you to apply with a representative. In this case, the Malaysian JPJ allows that, so I was able to apply with my parents' help. So thank you, parents. While you're on the call with the transport authority, it's good to also check with them what is required versus what is on their website, because sometimes what's on their website may not be up to date. Usually what is required is you need to send in your 2 to 4 pieces of passport photos. Make sure to get it in the right dimension, because if they reject it, it will be a waste of your entire courier cost. So yeah, better to get the right measurement. For Malaysian passport photo requirement, it will be 50mm x 35. Next, you need a completed form which you can print online, and then you can fill in the form and then you sign it at the bottom. Make sure to sign it, because your representative cannot sign it on your behalf. My personal advice is try to print like 2 to 3 copies of the same form. Maybe leave some of the forms empty with a signature at the bottom, so that in case of anything like the first form is rejected, your representative can fill in the remaining forms with your signature on it, so there's no issues there. Another thing that's required from JPJ for me, which could be the same for your country as well, is they need a letter from you to authorize your representative to apply for the IDP on your behalf. Oh, that's a mouthful. But it's essentially a surat kuasa. We call it surat kuasa. Direct translation is power letter or power of attorney letter in a way. So yeah, make sure you have that if your country requires it. You also need your original identification cards. For my case, I need to send my social security card, which is my identification card, like IC. I think it's called social security in Malaysia, I'm not too sure. I have to send that home together with my original license. So make sure to go with a reputable courier, because if you lose that, you know it's quite a big issue, right? Not to have your original identification. So how I managed to send it over in under 7 days is I went with DHL. Oh, thank you DHL. DHL is so amazing. DHL was able to send all my documents intact right to Malaysia in just under 3 days. My parents managed to receive it on the 3rd day. It was still business hours, so they were able to go to JPJ, which is the transport authority, and then they were able to process my entire IDP application in just under 1 hour or something. It was right on the spot, and they even renewed my license on the spot. That's good job to JPJ, because Malaysia, we have a very good governance. After that, my parents brought the documents. I asked them to send it back to me via DHL, so they did that the next day, because DHL was already closed by that time. DHL took only like 2 days plus, 2 or 3 days for it to get back to the UK, and the funny thing is that they actually deliver also on Saturday, so I got the documents back on the Saturday evening. So the whole process is less than 7 days, to be honest. So yeah, so hope that helps. And by the way, there's one announcement that I'm making right here, is that We are both going to the Dolomites in Italy, which is why we needed this really badly, because we have to drive a lot in the Dolomites. You can actually go without IDP. I heard some people manage to do it, but it is not worth the risk and you're essentially breaking a law. So I would highly recommend that you go with an IDP. So Malaysians, a lot of my Malaysian friends don't know that you actually need an IDP. It's good to check, do your homework before you book your flights. Respect the local laws of the country that you're traveling to. So yeah, hope that helps, and if you have more feedback on this, more questions, anything, just leave it in the comment down below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you dislike the video, give it a thumbs down, and as always, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching this really short video. I just wanted to give you guys an announcement and to teach you guys something as well. Hope you get some benefit from it. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget me.